Okay, Hannah, go ahead and read number 19, please.
A particle moves along the y-axis so that at time t is greater than or equal to 0, its position is given by yt equals t cubed minus 4t squared plus 4t plus 3. Which of the following statements describes the motion of the particle at time t equals 1?
So it's saying particle is moving up or down. So my particle is moving up or down means we have to find the derivative, okay? And then it says we're looking at decreasing or increasing velocity. So the velocity is increasing or decreasing when the acceleration is positive or negative. So we have to derive twice. So step one, let's find the derivative, which is going to be our velocity. So my velocity on this one is going to be v of t. So that's like going back to unit 2-ish. What's the derivative of t cubed? 3t squared. And then derivative of the next one? Minus 8t. And then lastly, plus 4. So let's plug in the value of 1. So when I plug in the value of 1, we get, I guess I'm just going to write it all out for teaching purpose. And all I need to know is it a positive or a negative? What is it? Is it a positive? It's a negative? So I'm going to go ahead and say it's negative, so we know it is moving down. The particle is moving down. So I'm going to cross off C, cross off D. Step 2, let's find the acceleration, A of t. So going back to our velocity that we found, that's going to be 6t minus 8. And when I plug in the 1 again, is it a positive or a negative? It is a negative, so we know our velocity is doing what? Decreasing. Very good. Now let's go to number 27. 27 may be the common one that we mess up on because it's quite wordy. But I'm going to show you the way that's going to work out every single time. 27? All right. Do not let all the wording get to you because it got to me at first. Okay? All right, Tate, let's read number 27.
At time t equals 0, a storage tank is empty and begins filling with water. T is greater than 0 hours. The depth of the water in the tank is increasing at a rate of Wt feet per hour. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the statement?
So it's kind of overwhelming, right? So I want you to circle the original unit. So we have W of t. That represents feet per hour. Feet per hour. So then if I'm looking for W prime of t, isn't that the rate? That's the rate of WT, correct? So that means it is this, and then we add per hour after that. So it sounds kind of wonky, but it's really not. Per hour per hour. So this happened because it was a derivative. So let's start eliminating. I see feet per hour, that's not one of them. I see feet per hour, that's not one of them. And then here's the tricky part. Feet per hour, which I also have on the next one. If I'm looking at the rate is the slope at that instant moment. So will it be C or D according to the wording at the beginning? C it is. So again, questions like this, do not let the whole wording get to you. All right, to simplify with what's the original, what does it mean? We're looking at the rate, must be instant. The next one is number 77. Now 77 is calculator portion. So if you have it, that would be nice. Okay, Red, let's read number 77.
The height of an object at time t is less than or equal, is given by h of t is equal to t squared minus 16 over t plus 15. What is the velocity of the object at time t equals 3 question mark?
So if we're looking at the velocity, is that my first derivative or second derivative? First derivative. So I'm going to go ahead and say this one is going to be h prime of t. And then we have our magical button called math number 8. Let's practice that together because I don't want you to miss a question like this. Math 8 gives me the derivative, always with respect to x, and just plug that in. X squared minus, then I have 16 x on the bottom, plus 15, and the value of x is given to be what number? 3. And then you press enter. Okay, which answer choice? B it is. So do not miss one of these, okay? The last one on this, 89. 89. Okay, Olivia, let's read 89, please.
Let G be a twice differentiable function in G prime of x greater than 0 and G double prime of x greater than 0 for all real numbers x, such that G of 3 equals 12 and G of 5 equals 18. Which
Okay.
of
Oh, keep going, sorry.
Which of 20, 21, and 22 are possible values for G?
Okay, so then if G prime is positive, that means we are increasing graph. Increasing. And if G double prime is also positive, is concave what? Concave up. And I'm gonna give you a pure calculator trick on this one. Go to stat edit. Where's stat edit? Because if I'm giving you points, might as well just look at the drawing or the graph and figure out if it's concave up or down, right? And what I want you to do is type in the x values of 3, 5, and 6. And I'm just going to type in the correct answer. 12, 18, and 22. And then you still have to manipulate the graph because the graph is going to go to the default 10 by 10. So on my window, since my smallest x value is 3, and then my greatest x value is 6, I'm going to stop it at 8. You can put 10 if you want. 20 is fine too, but I want to see most of the graph. And then since my greatest value of the y value is 22, I think I'm going to be okay with a 30. Again, if you put 40, that's okay. As long as those 3 points are graphed, we're good to go. And then go to graph. Click on graph. It is increasing, and if I were to connect this in a curvature manner, it is going to be concave up. So therefore, it's got to be B.